some of you have done that before. Okay guys, stop there. So we're going to use Johnny. It's not picking on your Johnny, but we're going to just use a couple of bits we noticed with your swing. So guys, you want to come around and we just watch Johnny do it from the side. Johnny, do you want to come over as well? Okay Johnny, just do 5 swings for me please. Okay, stop there. So what did you notice about the swing? Is there anything?
Yes, lower down. Right through, hip to glute.
So yeah, there's a couple, so one of the main points was on the hip snap. So at the top, we're only coming up to there. It's not coming through for the glutes to contract. So one of the things you can do to get that person to do, you go back to the bridge and get them up and to realise that sensation again. Or what you can do is get them to do the jumping squat again. So that person's going to hip snap through. Okay, you just want to put your fingers onto your bum. As you do that, come through, you should feel the glutes fire. As you get past that vertical point, as you get to the top, the glutes contract. Okay, you should all feel that, yeah? So that's one thing that we can do. Did you feel it? Where did you feel it when you were working? Quads. Okay. So another thing that Johnny was doing was he was coming through. He wasn't creating the space in his hips. He wasn't going forward into flexion. He was doing it mainly from the quads. So one thing that you can do, come over to a wall, guys. If your client does do that, you'll see a lot more extreme examples of that. Johnny's was quite good. So your clients might be doing it all from their knees, they won't be able to extend back, they won't be able to flex back through their hips. You get the person up against the wall. If you want to do that, try and do a squat against the wall for me. Okay, where are you going? And that automatically corrects everyone's posture when they do that. If they can't squat down, they find that their knees will come up against the wall first, and then they'll end up creating the space in their hips itself. So you can just regress someone back to squatting against the wall, and that will correct that. So John, do 5 squats for me against the wall. Yep, and imagine that you're doing the kettlebell swing and snap the hips through and up. Good. That's it. Okay guys, so Johnny, go back onto the kettlebell swing for me now. Just try and remember that position and fire that through again. And hopefully, you should see a slightly.
We've done well as well, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to go back, do your swing, fire through, and you're going into that, create that space in the hips as you're doing it. That's it. More hip snap now, really fire the hips. That's it. A bit closer, guys. So you just want to bring it up when you're doing the kettlebell swing, just to shoulder height, okay? It's no higher. It's just to there. That's it, back down. Okay, stop there. So, can you remember remember at the beginning we said the master principles of kettlebells, the 3 S's. We had strength, we had space, and the last one was spreading the load. Yeah, we'll remember those. For strength, one thing that you need to do is pull the kettlebell down. So not let gravity just take it. Okay, you need to use strength to do a shoulder press, use strength when you're doing the press-ups, but also when you're going into the squat position, don't just let the kettlebell fall down because you lose all the tension in your body. So one thing that you can do for that, another drill to correct that in one of your clients, and if you go down to the floor for me, lay down on your back for me. Okay, just get the person to put the legs in the air, and then just try and pull me towards your body with your feet. Bend your knees, and use your hips, use your hip flexors to really pull in. So if you're on the slippery floor, they should come into you. Go on, come to me. That's it. And then you can just pull them a bit more. And that tension in the hips, if they don't hold that tension, then I pull those. So you straighten your legs for me. Okay, pull yourself in again. Really pull, use that strength in your hips. So Jack, can you just pair up with Johnny and give that a try? Pull yourself in. Okay, so that's good. How many come over? So just cradle underneath and pull in. So feel that sensation in your hips driving in. Good. Go again. Couple more. 2. Nice work.
Right,
Okay. One more. Good work. Okay. Everyone stand up. And I want you to adopt that into your squat now. So the squat's in the beginning, I want you to use strength to take yourself down. You really feel the bite in the hips. Okay, squat down using strength. You could just collapse down and then gravity take you. So feel the movement in here. You can feel your hips really working on that, guys, yeah? So down, and then snap up. Good. You're better already, guys. Okay, so when you do that with the kettlebell swing, so standing foot away, back straight to start with, height, pull yourself into the next one. So what we want is a really quick eccentric load in the muscles. And the more force we generate as we go down, by pulling it down, the bigger the stretch reflex is going to be at the bottom and the greater the contraction. So when we start to lift heavier weights, you're going to need to fire it down. You can't let gravity take it down because you end up relaxing and losing strength. Okay, so you create space, spread the load, and use strength to do it. So if you try swings again, guys. Pull it down, snap up.
How many do you want?
Do 5. Good, Emily, that's it. Just up. Good, Johnny. Good. So really find the hips, guys, and relax. Good, Johnny. Better, a lot better. Okay, one thing that your clients may complain about is sore back when they're doing it. Okay, and that's a loss of core stability when they're doing a loss of core strength. One of the ways around that is you can do power breathing. So you want to sniff air as you're doing the swing. So you put your fingers onto your abs, guys, and I want you to sniff in, abs will contract, and I want you to breathe out through your teeth to make like a TS sound. Okay, what happens to your stomach? When you go to TS, what happens? You should feel they contract. Yeah, your abs are firing. So at the top of the swing, you want to breathe out and then sniff air as you go to the bottom. And the more air you have, it's like a water bottle. If you have no water in the water bottle, you can easily squash the sides in. If you have no lid on the water bottle, and you try and squeeze the water, it's going to come out the top. So you need to, it has to contract, the water bottle's got the lid on, and you need air in the stomach for it to create, just kind of like fills out a bag in here and presses on you in your lower back wall, and also your abdominal wall, creates that solid link down there. So by power breathing, you really want to hear your client do the breathing. So we're going to sound like this. Okay? You should be breathing on every single repetition. So that's your next thing, guys, is to build that in. Okay? Do 15 swings. Okay? So should hips. You're going to come this side because you might sit as you're doing this. Sit. Put it back down, guys. Put it down. Use your strength to take it down. Really good, Jack. Keep that going, guys. Faster, guys. Come on. Get that stretch reflex by putting it down. Good, guys. Done your 15 and relax. Okay. Just a point of safety, guys. The kettlebell is always going to win. Okay. No, so don't try and compete with kettlebell. If you're doing an exercise with the shoulder pad that goes, let it go down. So if you try and recover that kettlebell, the heavy loads of metal, that's going to beat you every single time. Okay? So when you're coming to a rest, put it down gently. Don't try and move the kettlebell because it does what it wants. Okay? So we've done rounding of the back, or going 2 dominant, quad dominant on the knees by squatting against the wall. We've done lower back pain, potentially for a client they're not breathing correctly. We've done power breathing. We've done using strength to take it down, so you've got like a hip hike by using your hip flexors to draw yourself in. Okay, the next thing you might find is as we're doing the kettlebell swing, going up onto the toes a lot. Okay, that's quite common. And the thing to create that, you try and create a sensation, stamping the heels down. Okay, at the top of the movement. So you're really going to drive down through the feet and snap the hips through. Okay, so that's just try and exaggerate it, stamping down. Okay, with the kettlebells, snap your heels down to the floor. That's it, guys, well on. Good. Try not to jump too much, that's it. Good work. You good, guys? Let's come to a rest gradually. Bend your knees, place the kettlebells down.